access control? Who do you grant access? Who do you grant access to your private space? People relate, man and woman. Your first request, findings will be, is this the one? Because you as an adult, you wouldn't expect that your daughter or your son just want to play around. Because she's now in the university, it's on that age bracket where you should be looking at a serious relationship, or it's allowable. So you should start. Some of us got into relationship with the girls or the boys we met in school and we married them. I met my wife when I was doing ordinary national diploma in Kaduna Police. So if my daughter is doing ordinary national diploma today, would I assume that she should be celibate? Would I assume that she has no right to relate with another opposite sex? I would be wrong. So the first thing you see is want to date to wed. The second one you see, he just like sharp. In case friends are now at risk. If you work, the corporate integrity of where you work is now at risk. If you are a Christian, the religious body you belong to is now at risk. Once you open your private space for a relationship, financial breaches are now at risk. So, can you resist that? Adam was created. Adam did not decide. It was God that decided. Same thing, your parents will call you and say, read your book, oh, don't allow boys to distract you. Yes, mommy. The same mother will call you just a few while. How are you? Fine. You never bring and come house, make we see him.
That is a big problem.
So, bringing him home, you must first discover who he is. And that is why when Dr. O looked at it, I said, this thing I'm sharing for money every other place. This woman has put in a lot. Let me add it to it. It took her a while to be able to see how she can build it. One of the things you don't know is that technology has exposed and protected us. The same technological device that I can put in this place to generate covert intelligent information about everybody also have another technological device that I can put in this place to block any kind of any other device that want to also generate information from everybody. Yeah. So your opportunity to know which one to apply at every particular time matters a lot. I have a case last week. I was supposed to come to Abeokuta. I had a case where a young lady works in a firm as a business development officer where clients pay money to her. And she's a single mother and declared single.
Yes.
Now, definitely she is having a son from a bad relationship. She's now graduated, the boy is with her, she has a maid, she's working, she has a car. So what other reason do you have when somebody in your church, you didn't meet him in ShopRite, you didn't meet him on Facebook, somebody in your church is making advances? Your private space. Your private space. From their money. So the money she declares that the client paid, it's not what reflects in the customer's account. She was arrested. And the microfinance bank and their security consultants. Immediately I saw the lady when she was crying like this. I told the internal risk control officer that I should excuse us. I said, they said you have a son. How is he? She said, fine. I said, how is that guy that says he wants to marry you? She now raised up her head. I said, do you know him? I said, I know him. Because the first thing I asked them is she married? They said, no. Is she in a relationship? They said, yes, there's a guy that used to come, take her car, and pick her from office to sometimes drop her and go with the son. So I now used that, and she now opened up. I had to get the guy's number from her. She was able to get home that day, get me the guy's BVN. Then we started to check the guy's transaction.
Wow.
The way security is in Nigeria now, it has moved from the unknown to the known.
Yeah.
Especially for those that are ready to move themselves up. We discovered this, and I went ahead and I discovered that the guy is married with 2 children in this Lagos.
Very possible. Very possible.
So he has 2 Facebook pages. So this is what I do painstakingly, to look at this Facebook page, look at somebody that makes casual comments like friends, then go to that person's page, check that person's friends, and I try to marry some things together. I have some people I've trained on that, so I wouldn't sit down on that all the time, but there's somebody that needs to. I just feel the urge to say Nigerians are not lazy. Now, when you have your private space is an exposure. Did you remember Stephanie Otobo?
Yeah.
This purpose of the discussion is not to say if it happened or what or not. The purpose is to say there was a video call. If there was no video call, can you screenshot? You can't Photoshop screenshots. It's not done. Me, I'm IT. I'm not IT trained, but I do my IT myself. I follow them and read it. I do their certification. So that means she could enter his space. So as Dr. O is now, she also needs to hear some of this, because you now have access to what? Enter her space by virtue of help. According to Dr. Eze, will not digress. So whether you want to date to marry, you want to date to find out if we can marry, or you are dating for business. There are people that date for business. You are still exposing your space. You remember a senator that a lady snapped him on the bed with big tummy like this, and he was sleeping anyway. But if that was date for cash, she has entered his space while she was sleeping. She could take a picture of him naked and send it viral. One of the first things that you need to do, because we can't do all of this here, maybe God's willing one day we'll do it on the wall, you need to verify details.
Yes.
You need to verify details. I've told somebody I saw with a young lady, I told rags, you that I know buy champagne in club for your friends. Why? Your people you introduce me with as a girl, you say this is my sister, this is my brother, you look like you are from another family. Your perfume, your everything is different. There is no koinonia, no synergy. Why? Because they won't just see me and say, hey, now this one they follow is a bad person, is this, is in court, is it? No. They will first be looking at you with one sorry eye. So you ask yourself, why? If you can keep asking that question at every turn of events, every turn of the day. This lady, Madam put on a spot now. She's in Ibadan Charter. Me and Folake, we have tried to raise that Ibadan Charter. When I went to Port Harcourt, I came to see her. I know on Facebook in intimate issue. When I now said, Impulse, call me. She called me that she would like to. I was just thinking, why? When we got to Ibadan, she said she must attend. I gave you what you need to come, right? As I promised. And Dr. O just saw her now. Wow, she greeted Dr. O. Then when Dr. O was talking to her, I now discovered why. Because she has a thing she came to hear from Ibadan. And she takes it back and becomes a better person.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just start by saying that when my wife told me that we were invited to come to this place, I asked her why.
Call me Dr. O. I'm a counselor, I'm a coach, I'm a wellness coach, and I'm an advocate for domestic violence and sexual abuse. Celebrating love. The question, light this spark. Light this spark. We're celebrating love. It's always emotion, somebody killing somebody, so these are my verse. We're going through so much together, so let's just hang out and celebrate once and for all. It's always going to be about, let's talk about domestic violence, so we're celebrating love. Why does we poisoned love? So we're trying to educate ourselves about love. It can be better, it can be good. It doesn't have to be bitter, it doesn't have to be violence, you know. Just celebrating love.
You advocate of
Domestic violence. Yes.
In your book, it's about violence strictly against the women.
No. It cuts across all genders.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Femfis wellness. What are you doing?
Actually, Femfis wellness is my business. Intimate issues with Dr. O is my NGO. What we do is bring awareness, we educate people, we want the community to get involved. We go to the grassroots, we go to anyone that cares to listen to us. I train people, I train volunteers to be able to deal with all these problems we're going through. We just don't want to, we know there's a problem. How do we deal with it? How could we find solution to it? So that's the campaign. People go into marriage with too much expectations. They're celebrating, their life is out there. So when they go like that, they expect too much. And people go into marriages with reasons best known to them. When you go into a marriage expecting, you will be disappointed, you will be betrayed. And apart from the two of them together, they're celebrities. People see them, and truly Nigerians, what I'm able to realize is people live fake life. Be real and do not expect anything. You can't go into a marriage expecting things. Okay. You don't know.
In respect to your what you're doing, what have you achieved
so far, one person at a time. It's been very, very challenging. Challenging because we have a culture that, I would not say celebrate, but we have accepted that it is a normal thing. A husband slapping his wife. Some people, but what's your problem about that? They don't think that's a problem. So far so good, one person at a time. The challenge is because of the culture, the religion. You're trying to help somebody, the pastor is telling her, no, you still have to stay there. And when she's there, the pastor will come and bury her. So my job is to educate.
So, what do you think has stopped domestic violence?
What can stop? Is a it gonna be stopped? I don't think so. I don't want to give false hope. We may never be able to stop it. Even in the United States, where they know there are laws and us, people still kill each other every next day, you know. So it's not gonna be eradicated, but it's getting better with the awareness. People know, okay, this is an abuse. It slaps me, it scratches me, it's choking me. That's enough.
But do you project it can be reduced to its first minimum?
It can be if we all get involved. That's the only way it can be reduced. Now with the internet, people they're getting aware. They know.
Lastly, from my own part, what are you projecting at this point you are at the moment?
Projecting?
Yeah, I mean, the prospect of the future, probably.
My hope is to be able to reach more people for my group. We're open to start a shelter for people. I mean, safety first. Sometimes you have to separate victims from their perpetrators. So hopefully we'll be able to get that done before the end of this year or next year. But first thing first, we just had a training yesterday for volunteers. We're going to have people online 24 hours to be able to pick calls, to be able to, I mean, that first responding process, yes, to reach out to people.
So lastly, what are your advice for people that are involved in domestic violence?
Get out. That's what the doctor, we have an invited guest, that's what he's doing. He's a neurologist and a psychiatrist. That's what he just said. Sometimes you just need to get out. Safety first. All these people you're reading on the internet, they're dying, is because somebody is telling them, oh, you need to be patient. Sometimes separate yourself before that patient. If it doesn't get help, the situation is not going to change. So you're in a domestic violence relationship, it's never going to get better unless you reach out and get help.